What's up guys? In this video we are going over how to use the law of attraction to save money. I'm going to be going over the jar method, which I will illustrate on here, and a few other things that are going to help you actually start to finally have money saved away that you can use for many different things. That's coming up next. Alright guys, so before we dive into the video, my name is Dave. If you haven't been here before, this is HeartSpace, where we release videos every single day that are helping you live in your way. And that means living from your heart, living from your passion, living in a free way. So if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button and bell icon for daily content. Now, today I want to go over something that can absolutely radically change your life. It changed mine when I applied the method called the jar method into my finances. And anyone can do this. It doesn't matter what income you're at right now. We can do this for any level of income. So before you do that, first we have to change your beliefs around saving and around money. Remember, before we go over any of the strategies like I'm going to give you here, jar one, you're like, what's this money jar? What is all this? Before that strategy, which is an incredible strategy, we first need to build the foundation. So what I want you to do is in the comments, I want you to write this right here out, and it says, I am a money master and money comes to me easily. Now, why am I having you do that? Because by writing that out, putting it in the comments down below and taking an action towards this, claiming that you are someone who is a money master, and guess what? A money master is someone who knows how to use money, knows the laws of money, knows how to save money with the method we're going to be talking about, and money comes to me easily. And if you actually put full faith and belief into that, it will come to pass. So by putting that in the comments, you are helping your brain, you're rewiring your brain to understand that that is your reality and not whatever you believe about money right now. So that's why it's so important, again, that you write this in the comments down below and you keep kind of building on these new habits that you are building. So let's get into what this method is and how powerful it is. Now, for myself, I actually use this method to save enough money to completely move countries and start a life in a totally new country. It paid enough for my airfare. It also paid enough for just all my expenses in that place as well. And since then, it has just compounded and become more and more because I continue using this method to this day. In fact, I've been using this method now for probably the last 2 years, and I've never had more money because I know how to manage my money now. I am a money master now, and money comes to me easily. And one of the ways that has helped me do that is this method. So the idea behind this is you're going to have 6 different jars to separate your money. So I'm going to go over what each jar is, and then I'll explain what it means. Okay, so jar number 1, oh, that is a terrible G. Oh my God. Well, if you can read that, is your living necessities jar. This is going to be 50% of the money that comes in. This is for your bills. This is for your car payments. This is for food. These are for the necessities that you have to be paying, right? You have to buy food. You have to pay your rent, all of those different things. And this is going to make up the bulk of the money that comes in. But the thing is, most people don't usually separate the amount they have to pay for their necessities with everything else. They just kind of have something come in, they put it towards that, they're not keeping track of it. So 50% is going to go towards your living expenses, the things you absolutely need and have to pay for in your everyday life or every month or whatever it is. Okay, and then we're on to jar number 2, and this is one of my personal favorites. Let me just get it down here. And that is personal development right there. This jar is going to be 10% of any of the money you bring in is going to filter into this jar. Now, this jar is going to be for education. It's going to be for courses you buy. It's going to be for one-on-one coaching. It's going to be for seminars. It's going to be anything that is an investment in yourself. Anything that is going to help you become a better version of you. And the great thing about this jar is the more you have in this jar and the more you use this jar, I should say, the more money you're going to start earning in general. Because when you start to develop yourself, you learn how to develop your money. For example, right now, this is a personal development video. You are learning how to manage your money. You are developing your tool set, your knowledge, so that you can now get a better handle on money, which in turn is going to help you earn more money. So this jar is going to be 10% of any money that comes in. You're going to invest in books, in seminars, in courses that are going to help you to develop as a person. All right, guys, so we're on to jar number 3, and I'm going to tie all of this in at the end, by the way, why this is important. So make sure you stick around to the end because it's important you know why we're making all these jars, why we're separating everything like this. So we will cover that. But jar number 3 is your play jar. This is the fun one. This is the one where you can go out at night, you can go see a movie, you can buy that thing you really want. Maybe you like a video game, maybe whatever, you want something that's fun. This is your play jar, but there's a little caveat to this jar. Now, the caveat with this jar is you have to spend it. This is not a savings account. This is not the jar where you're going to save long term. At the end of every month, your play account for that month should be spent. And there's one other rule in there. If you have something big you're thinking of, you want to play with and spend on, the max is 3 months. But you can't just go to 3 months and then decide something. Have something in mind like, oh my God, I really want to take, just that little trip, or I really want to, I want to get that new bike, or something a little more expensive, essentially, is what we're going for here. That is from your play jar. And if you're like, oh, I want to save up for that bike, it's going to take me 3 months, that's fine, but you can't go over that. Typically, at the end of the month, this needs to be empty, and then you'll refresh it each month, and then you need to spend it again. And this is going to force you to go out and enjoy yourself. This is going to force you to start associating money as a fun thing. It's something that can help bring more enjoyment into your life. This is going to help you go on adventures. This is going to help you, go out with your friends more, do different things. But that's jar 3 is your play account. And again, this is going to be 10% of any of the money that comes in. All right, guys, so jar number 4 is savings to spend. These are savings to spend. These are not savings that you never touch. These are with the idea that at some point you're going to spend on it. So, for example, this could be you really want to take a trip. It's more expensive. It's further down the line. Maybe you need to even save for a year. But you are going to, again, 10% in this account, have that bigger goal in mind that you want to spend on. Maybe, again, a new car would be a good thing for this if that's like a big goal of something you want. But the idea is you understand you are saving towards something. This isn't like you're saving to hoard money. You never want to be in the hoarding mentality. To make money work, you have to make money work for you. It's not something you hoard. That's only going to cut you off from abundance and more coming in. This is with a goal in mind, a more longer term goal in mind, something you want, something that's going to enhance your life. For me, I would probably have this for travel. In fact, I actually call this account travel. I call it travel/savings to spend or long-term savings. That's what the account's called because most of the time I'm always saving to go to the next place I want to visit. I've gone to Cambodia, to Angkor Wat, we've gone to Bali, we've gone to Malaysia. Things like this is what will come out of this account. So it's savings to spend. Again, 10% of everything is going into this account automatically when it comes in. Okay, guys, so jar number 5, this is the one that's going to set you free. This is the important one as I finish writing it down. This one is what's going to change your financial future. Now, all of these are important, and it's important as you do this, you are doing all of it. It works as a system, not on an individual basis. But this next one is the financial freedom and passive income jar. This one is huge because this is the one where you are going to invest in things that will allow you to become financially free or to create passive income. One way I've heard it explained is if you have a cash cow and you have like a certain amount coming in each and every month, that is a very valuable asset, right? You always have, let's say, a certain amount coming in every month. And let's say it costs you a certain amount more to get another cash cow, guaranteed passive income coming in. Well, that's what you would use this account. So let's say it was going to take you 6 months to afford that other cash cow, which is passive income coming in. You would use this account to save for 6 months, and now you have 2 cash cows, and then you would save again. But here's the trick. This works on the compound effect. Each time you buy something else or you invest in something else that brings more passive income in, this and everything else starts to grow, and your investment in each area will become larger and larger. Sooner or later, you'll have 5, 6, 7 different streams of passive income that are coming in, which means, let's say, for example, out of all this, you only earn or like $1,000 a month. That's not much, right? So 50% would go in living, right? That's 500. 10% in jar 2, 3, all the way around, right? So that would be $100 here. But let's say you need $1,000 to get another cash cow that's going to bring in some more money. Well, suddenly, once you do that, you have all of this adding up more, and then you're saving quicker for another one, then another one, and you can see it stacks on each other. Again, this is a long-term play, but nothing will change your financial future more than having this jar and investing in passive income. You know, for me, I usually use this one to invest in things that help my business deliver more passive income things. So for example, I will put this towards coursework. If I'm creating courses or need to hire people to help for that, you know, I will help get that out in the best way possible, and then that will be making me money in the background. Now, it costs me some money up front to get that all together and going, but then it is creating money for a very long time by itself. And then this jar increases, and I can put that towards something else. You know, this could be investing in real estate or something else that's going to have a guaranteed return in passive income if you know what you're doing in that regard. But the point is, you're going to put 10% in this account, and you are only going to use it towards things that help you become more financially free or towards things that help you generate passive income. All right, guys, and final jar is another very important one, and that is giving/contribution. You are going to give 5 to 10% of whatever comes in to others. And you're going to do this in a way that feels good to you. There is no right or wrong way. This could be you give some money to a homeless man you see on the street. This could be you help a friend in need. This could be you donate to a charity you really stand behind. But nothing will make you feel better and also bring good karma, so to speak, into your life than giving and contributing and helping the planet at large, the people in it and the planet. And so by having 10%, 5 or 10%, you know, I would opt more for the 10, but you can do 5 to 10 based on how much you're making now. If you don't really think you can give 10, you can go for 5. But this is something that you're going to feel really good about. This is something that's going to help you give back. And remember, we work in a universe that like attracts like. If you are someone who gives, you will be someone who receives. That's just the way it works. It is the same side of the same coin, you know, or it's the same side, or it's the same two sides of the same coin. Almost really screwed that up. Two sides of the same coin is giving and receiving. People who don't give rarely receive, and people who aren't open to receiving rarely are the ones that will give. So 10% is going to go to giving and contribution. And again, this can be of your choice. For me, it's been maybe getting someone a gift or giving to a charity. So there are many creative ways in which you can do this, but you really want to start getting into that energy of giving and contributing. All right, guys, so you now have all of the jars. So how does this actually work, and why does it work? One, because it automates your money. And you know, what you put your focus on is ultimately what's going to grow. What you put your attention on is what's going to grow. So if you put your attention on actually mastering money and mastering savings and all of this kind of stuff, you will start to save. Now, the other thing about this is to understand that each one of these jars represents something that you either are already doing in your life or is recommended that you do. Right? So for example, play jar. You're probably already at some point in time going out, maybe going to the pub, getting drinks, or going to the movies or whatever else it is. You're just now going to have an actual place to see how much you have in that area that you can then withdraw from. Instead of just randomly taking it from 100% of what would be your living necessities jar, which is what most people do, they just have one jar for 100% of everything and they just start taking from that. Now you have a designated jar for those play moments. Now you have a designated jar for your education, your personal development. You know, for me, this always allows me to know, okay, if I want to get a course, it's a couple $100s or something. Let me see how much I have in my education jar. And if I have enough and I think it's worth it, bam, straight out of that. Again, this is not being touched. My main account with most of my money is the 50% part, and that's staying and that's adding and that's for the living expenses and everything else. But I have this jar building for when I need to buy a course, a book, or something else. So by having each one of these jars, it is going to help you save massively. Again, like I said, this helped me save enough to come here to Thailand. It helped me to go to so many different places in the world. I've been to Mexico since I've been doing it, Cambodia, Bali, Malaysia, Canada. So 5. I think I'm missing some too because I'm pretty sure there's more than that. But that's all happened within a year and a half. Since I came to Thailand. I've been doing this for 2 years now, doing this method, and it just works, guys. So again, develop those 6 jars. This can be physical. This could be in your accounts. You can make 6 separate accounts. Again, I will tell you the app that you can get. In fact, I'll link it down below. It's called Capital, and you can kind of see, actually, I'm not going to show you because my finances are on here, but you can see I have 6 different accounts on here, and there's a bunch of other money saving like tools they have on here that are going to help you. And the cool thing about the app is you'll go, okay, so whenever money comes in, what's the rule you want to set? You'll create all the accounts, and it'll be like, oh, okay, when money comes in, put 10% in this account, 10% in this account, 10% in this account. You don't even have to look at it. You know, it's just doing it for me as I'm going about my day. And I don't even, you know, I don't have to do anything. It's automatically doing it for me. I just focus on, you know, earning money or building my business or developing myself or whatever else it is. And I allow Capital to take care of the automations. Again, this is a paid service. But I personally think it's worth it. There's a reason I still use it. So if you are open to a more paid money management savings app, I will link that down below if you are interested. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I can't stress enough how incredibly important this technique is. But remember, this is just a strategy. The important thing is developing the mindset. So if you haven't already, again, write in the comments, I am a master or I am a money master and money comes to me easily, because all of this will fall apart unless you develop the mindset, the money mindset needed to succeed. And then once you've done that, this strategy is just going to, you know, pour gasoline on the fire, and you're going to see more and more money just coming in. And guess what? Also, when you start developing the mindset of someone who makes money, who's a money master, you'll be doing more of this stuff naturally. You probably wouldn't have been drawn to this video unless you were already in a way, in some form, in a state of abundance or in a state of I want to master my money, or you're moving into that. So that means this probably will work for you when you apply it immediately, and you're probably at least halfway there, I would say, to having the right mindset. But always be developing that. Again, write it in the comments. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there because this is a pretty long video, but it can be very impactful, very valuable for you. Thank you for watching. As always, I love you. I wish you all the success in the world, and I will see you in the next video.